Okay, let's do a little guided practice together and then we'll open it up for sharing. So go ahead and find the comfortable position, whatever's speaking to you this morning, whatever your body knee is needing, feeling like it's needing. Allowing your eyes to softly close. I'm just checking in with our collective inner wisdoms, what best will serve the collective. We're going to do a little energy work. Um, Tapped into the spleen. Okay, so with spleen, there's usually a couple things that come to mind. So I think of spleen as like our immune system. I think of spleen as our intuitive center, and it's also not necessarily like the kidneys and the bladders are bladder is more like associated with the fear, with the feeling of fear. But the spleen also deals with fear. Um, and so the idea is, and this is something that I believe it's more gene key terminology, I think, than human design, but Richard Rudd talks a lot about the fear band frequencies, how we all basically live um, in a fear band. So it's like the collective frequency of fear that we exist within. And so it feels like the invitation this morning is um, first to notice that you are in this fear band frequencies, which means it's kind of like you're swimming in an ocean of fears that don't even belong to you. So maybe tap into that sense for a second. It's almost like an invitation to dissociate or to separate yourself. Like I am here and all of this like fear frequency exists outside of my bubble. And it's really easy. Sometimes we have really permeable energetic auras where it's like we're constantly letting that fear frequency like infiltrate, permeate into our energetic body, our cellular body. Okay, so I don't know if y'all are snorkelers or not, but they're showing me like imagining you have a snorkel, and so like the air that you are breathing is coming from the divine, right? So it's like the snorkel becomes your connection. So you're breathing air that is pure, clean, free of fear. It's connected to the divine, breathing that air in. And as you exhale, there's an invitation to kind of push, um, like take up, we've talked about taking up space before. So there's an exhalation and a like outward kind of like pressing out into the boundaries, like your energetic boundaries, like, and you're pressing, it's not really against, maybe in opposition, or it just feels almost like a not allowing of the fear band frequencies to come into your energetic aura. So breathing in love, light, divine energy from above, and breathing out, pushing away from you any awareness, um, any connection to this fear band frequency that is not you. And so just sit with that image for a moment, breathing in from the divine, pure love, light, and breathing out, creating more spaciousness. It's like bringing the divine in and letting the divine fill up the space that is you. So we're holding out the fear, bringing in the love. We are, when we do this, like, showing me like pH, like chemically, we are really altering the um, energetic chemical makeup of our energetic space, making it more alkaline. They're joking. And the feeling sense I get, and you can kind of check this with your own awareness, is it feels a little more roomy, like a little bit easier to breathe, a little more spacious, comfy, safe, relaxed. And for me, I feel this sense of like there's a little more like, yeah, like this is who I am. This feels way better than when I let some of those other energies in and they kind of trick me or fool me into thinking that they are part of me, or that yeah, like that I have to tend to them. And you don't even have to tend to them, just push them out, push them back, hold them back. And it's kind of like imagining going through your whole day where you're like tethered to the divine through this. I'm imagining it like a snorkel. You got your snorkel on every day and like constantly moving in and out of environments and relationships with people who don't, they're not wearing snorkels. And yet to have almost this like extrasensory awareness of like, yep, that okay, no snorkel. Okay, we're not going to give them very much of our attention, right? So there's mm, a qualifier that they're wanting us to become aware of, that when we are confronted with these energies that aren't pure love, that aren't divine, like there's a typical way in which our our body will react to that. So like it's a feeling, right? A feeling will be produced. Um, so it's like the uncomfortable feeling that you might be prone to experience. So immediately I can sense like overwhelm and doubt are two that, like, when I encounter this energy that's from the fear band frequency, it's from outside of me, I will almost immediately start to feel overwhelmed or doubtful, like doubting myself. And so the words or the energetics of it might be a little bit different for each of us. So a little bit of an invitation of like, like how is it like when things aren't going my way, or what's the emotion that I'm prone to like um, feel or connect to in those moments. Maybe it's frustration, irritation, discouragement, loneliness might be a common one. Um, might be a combination of a few different feeling states. But what spirit is really wanting us to know is that when we feel these emotion, these feelings, um, coming from our environment, it's not us. Um, they're not feelings that we need to trust or put a lot of our energy into. It's just in these moments, like the remedy, the medicine is like, oh, put your snorkel back on, like connect to the divine, push the energy away from you. This doesn't need my attention. This is not me, not something I've done wrong. This isn't about me. These last few seconds here, feel a sense of creating some space, not just from the fear band frequency, but from how you experience when you are encountered with the fear band frequency. So, again, whatever that emotion or feeling was, whether it's fear, anger, frustration, overwhelm, loneliness, like begin to create a little bit of spaciousness, a little bit of, it's not me. It's not something that's wrong with me. It's not something I've done wrong. Doesn't need to alter my course. I'm not off course. All the narratives that may tend to come with that feeling, like just create some space between you and it in this moment. And breathing in a few last breaths, really feeling that connection to the divine, that snorkel straight up to the heavens, bringing in love and light into your awareness, into your being. Good. Taking a moment or two to allow whatever else needs or wants to be present for you, and slowly bringing your awareness back to the present moment, to the space that we are in, to our group, space that you are in. Opening your eyes as you feel ready, jotting down any notes you may want to remember,